Yo, my people, them, well, go on. I'm sorry for not uploading this last night, but better late than never. Let's get into the match review, and I just have to big up everybody for subscribing to the channel. 303 subscribers. Please help me get to 400 before the end of this month, and let's help me get to 1,000 subscribers before the start of next season. But first of all, come on, Chelsea. We are through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and what a performance yesterday. What a performance. Everyone, great performance. Have no complaints for anyone. The starting 11 when it came out, Kepa in goal. It was Wesley Fofana, right centre back. Koulibaly as a central centre back. Cucurella as the left centre back. That was a bit wary. Ben Shaw on the left wing back. Reece James right wing back in the middle of the park. Kovacic, Enzo up top. Felix, Sterling, Havertz. Everyone played excellent. I have no complaints about anyone. Everyone had a top performance, way better performance than what we've been putting up for since the start of 2023. And in 2023, it's the first time we scored 2 goals. And in a must-win game, it's a back-to-back game after Leeds where it was a must-win game. And if we didn't win today, or if we didn't win yesterday, it could have been long. More pressure, we'd have nothing to fight for in the Premier League anymore, and we'd be out of the Champions League. But that ain't the case. We are still in the Champions League. The only thing that can save our season, we need to put everything on this. I have to big up the whole team. I have to big up Graham Potter as well. But most of all, have to big up the fans. The atmosphere that they put on Stamford Bridge yesterday, not just in the stadium, but prior to the game. Coming early, welcoming the team, stopping Borussia Dortmund from getting into the stadium by 15 minutes, which put them in a negative position, because even their manager said it, that it wasn't ideal for them to have not that much time due to the fact that they weren't allowed in Stamford Bridge, and that's due to the fans. You have to big up the fans. I have to big up the fans, because they make it uneasy. A lot of these Dortmund players don't know what it means to win a lot of stuff playing the biggest of matches. Come to Stamford Bridge for the first time, it was our must-win game, and they didn't even have to score. We had to, and we did that by hook or crook. True say, luck wasn't riding on Dortmund's side. They had Adeyemi, the player that scored in the previous game, he was out. Kobel, the number 1 goalkeeper, he was out, and Julian Brandt, he got taken off after the first 5 minutes, and it's arguably their top performer besides Jude Bellingham this season. The team for Dortmund wasn't the strongest team, but even in the first leg, we dominated, and we should have won that game and scored many goals, but it wasn't the case. That was in the first leg. Second leg, everything changed. The players know this is the must-win. This is the only thing that we have to fight for. Because in the Premier League, if we're going to whether we like it or not, the best place for finishing is 9th, in my opinion, between 9th and 12th. So there's nothing really to fight for in the Premier League. It's the Champions League where everything is at. And to see the fight, the hunger that the team put in yesterday, which makes me even more happier, makes me way more happier, and can make things more brighter for us heading in to the later stages of the season where everything matters, especially in the Champions League, because whether we like it or not, Champions League is where everything is, and we only have 5 games. If we want to get to the Champions League final, that's 5 matches, 2 in the quarters, 2 in the semis, 1 in the final. We have to win it. We have to save our season. We have to, and not only that, to give Graham Potter more time as well. To give Graham Potter more time, I'd be real. We need to put a stamp on this competition, because if Graham Potter somehow gets to a Champions League final, will be I believe the first English manager to ever reach a Champions League final, and that will be insane. I need the team to put on more great performances like this. We have so many players returning from injury. N'Golo Kante, the number 1 key player who will be available for when we play in the quarterfinals as well. Number 1 key. If we have Thiago Silva and N'Golo in that, we are patterned, bro. Patterned. We need to do that. But back into the match review. I get sidetracked trying to think of the future. Back to the match review. Raheem Sterling, good goal. Even though you got live, Ben Shaw putting a great ball into you. You missed the first one, but on the second attempt, you hit it back of the net. Excellent. That's what we need. And I'm not gonna lie, even though it was live, bare times we haven't been getting live. Sterling's had goals cleared off the line. How many times have we had goals cleared off the line? Luck has not been on our side. Yesterday, that changed. We had the luck on our side. And that is going to be key. Because I'm not necessarily going to say that in every single game we're going to be playing better than another team. Eventually we're going to come up against one of the best teams. And we won't dominate the match. But we have to take our chances. And luck is what's needed in the Champions League, if we're going to be honest. You need some sort of luck. Every team that's won the Champions League has had some sort of luck. And whether they had to come from behind or rely on a last minute goal or whatever, they've got to that point and got what they needed to go through, and that's all we need. That's all we need. This team, I'm not too fussed about playing pretty football. It's about the results. We need the results, and as long as we get them, we are going to be fine. But as everyone knows, in the second half, Kai Havertz, he converted a penalty, even though he missed the first one. But due to Borussia Dortmund players getting into the box, they had to retake it. And he went the same way he went in the first time, and he converted it. The fact that you didn't change to the penalty taker, you kept it, you took your pen, well done, Kai Havertz. I'm not necessarily saying that you had an excellent performance, but you played way better than what you have been recently for me. And the fact that you scored a goal makes it even more better, because for me, you need to do more of this. You have to. These are the things, because last season you was doing very well. This season hasn't been the same. You now have games where you can rebuild, not rebuild the trust, but to get into better form, because we need our attackers to do better. Our attack is the one place where we need to do better. And even yesterday we could have scored way more goals, but it just wasn't the case. We've hit the post again, had a chance where Koulibaly could have scored, but he scored blocked. Like, bare times you're thinking, how have we not scored yet? How have we not scored? It's just due to the fact that we need to take more shots, have more patience. We need this. And I believe that when we have more pacey players on the wing, on the side, because Sterling got in behind bare times, we need that pace in behind. Because teams will play that high line, and we need our players. So the Pulisic of the world, the Mudryks, the Sterling, Felix, all these men that are fast, can get in behind. We need that, especially going into later stages of the Champions League, because that's one place that we can hurt teams. We can soak up the pressure in the defence and hit them on the break. That's what we need. And yesterday was another example, because Dortmund controlled more of the game. They had more possession. We were trying to counter-attack, trying to use our strengths to our ability. And I love the way Graham Potter has done this. Even in game, you change to eventually you change to like a 3-5-2. Your in-game tactics, you need to change that up. I'm loving it. You need to do more of this, Graham Potter. Big man team. You have to. Because if we're going to win the Champions League, we can't be just playing the same way and not changing personnel. We have to. Even in the last game, you changed it up. Once we got that one goal, you're putting on bare midfielders as well, trying to lock up the game. I hear it. This in-game tactic stuff, we need more of it. We need more of it. And the more you do it, is the more you get praised and the more you get more time. I'm a person that has believed in you, and I don't want you to get sacked. You are a manager who's seen do things with Brighton, who are now in contention to eventually finish in the Champions League places in the Premier League. You, my friend, you need to do more things like this. And the players, our attack force, need to have more games like they did yesterday. Put the ball in the back of the net. That's all that matters. Put the ball in the back of the net. That is everything. But nonetheless, we're going to get into each individual player later today when I do my player ratings video. I like to get you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Please let me know your thoughts on the game. And yeah, it's just a good performance. Unlucky for Borussia Dortmund, they have finally lost in 2023, and it's thanks to Chelsea Football Club, Chelsea FC, best London team. Let's keep this up, and hopefully we get a good draw in the quarterfinals and the semis and to the route to the final. But nonetheless, thank you to you guys who subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you subscribe again. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook for more Chelsea content. I'm CFC with this blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.